bum ass.
Hey, don't talk about dog like.
Literally just got here.
Talking about.
Whoa.
Who you? Did you call me?
But I don't know if the clip's out of context, but it just kind of seems like she's making a big scene out of nothing.
It's when it feels personal. It's different when it's like, it's like handpicked and it's just so spiteful.
I'm sure everybody's
When it's handpicked. If she's talking about the university, I mean, isn't everything handpicked? They handpicked everybody. They just didn't handpick you.
Oh yeah, AD.
seen it by now, but Cenat Streamer University has not gone the way he's
Yo, it's low.
This is an idea, and I know how exciting it may be to certain people, but it's like, bro, you don't have to let this determine who you are as a creator. I'm telling y'all. Like that's the thing. Like I'm never doing this again. I'm never doing this again. Cause now I'm mad. Cause like, no man.
It's a grown man throwing a tantrum in front of 100 kids.
No matter which direction I go, no matter which way I try to make sure thing is good, I always get the bad end of the stick. My bank statements is ridiculous behind this shit. Nobody's paying a dime to be in this shit. This is strictly for me to help.
He's getting backlash about the
That's
people
true,
that are chosen to be the professors, the actual participants, you know, the curriculum, to how the classes are even going to be run before the school is going to be run. And I don't even know how we got here. A few months ago, Cenat announced what I thought to be one of the more brilliant ideas in Streamer University, a place and space for him to bring together people who are content creators, people who are streamers, people who just do a bunch of content in one gathering and have them, you know, grow, learn, and ultimately be able to create content with each other.
I feel like it's a good idea, but I feel like Kai single-handedly ruined streaming. I'm gonna tell you why though. It's because Kai goes over the top. He breaks records, he does his thing. I have no problem with that. Like I mess with that. Someone black doing that. That's tough. That's amazing. But now the expectations of what streaming used to be, just down here, just sitting here, watching stuff, reacting, playing games. Now it's up here. Now you have to go outside and get girls on stream and do this and do that and IRL stream, all of that. And it all started with this man right here. And now we have Streamer University. Yeah, GG.
Rent out a university over a course of a weekend. It'll be Streaming University, okay? I'm going to rent it out. I'm going to put out enrolls and applications of people to enroll into the university. No matter if you're big, no matter if you're a small streamer, you can stream the entire weekend. I will get dorms. Boys will have their own shit. Girls will have their own shit. I'm principal. So I'm gonna have my own office and all this types of shit, all right? I'm gonna try to find a PC company to collab with, give everyone PCs for the dorming so that they can do their setups. They can do it. If you want to be a desktop in your dorm, if you want to have a desktop stream, so be it. If you want to be an IRL stream and shit, so be it.
Now, this is not a lore video, but I know a lot about Cenat, so I'm going to give a little bit of background here. See, Cenat came up as a content creator who got famous on YouTube specifically, got a big push because he did a lot of videos out of his college dorm room, his first semester or only year at college or whatever. That's when he set up the ding dong ditches, the relationships, the, you know, ratings videos. All of it was based out of his college and his college dorm room. And since he dropped out, Cenat has always had an affinity for school, the school environment, you know, any sort of content relating that. He's done and pitched numerous school-related videos on his channel, the AMP channel, and has gone with that aesthetic for a very, very long time. I even helped him do like a daycare video, which isn't the traditional school that y'all are thinking, but it's adjacent. Hell, I even helped do the Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grade video on the AMP channel, which is school adjacent. So when he announced Streamer University, it sparked nationwide, hell, even worldwide frenzy. Like 7 million people applied. The site had crashed a couple of times, and it was filled with a bunch of expectations about what will be going on.
7 million people applied.
Set the record straight. So I don't know why all these people are mad at him.
It is completely free. If you are selected, you will be living on a college campus. You're not learning how to stream. I'm not teaching you how to stream. If you are in, you already know how to stream. This is for not only connections, but for the latest content. This is that's gonna elevate, hopefully, like, give y'all a fire experience. I can't have all these classes of just, oh yeah, download OBS, guys. Once you download OBS, you need at least 5 mods in your chat, guy. How the fuck do I look doing that? That's dumb as shit. If you are a in the hood and there was no bone in your body to make content until you see Streaming University, you're not getting in. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it 100 with this game. You're not about to fulfill a spot who genuinely loves the content.
The reason why he had to explain that is because people went with their own narratives and imaginations as to what Streamer University is and was and who it was for. But it sounded pretty clear to me. It's
Who got in from the UK?
for
Sam
content
Ham.
to be made. No different than the times that he's done.
I think Sam Ham's the only one, right?
Any sort of big
I seen on his
marathon
Instagram.
streams, or hell, the houses that
Big
he
up
has
my
now, whether
Sam,
it's the
bro.
AMP house or AMPG League house. It's just a place and space for him to create content with other content creators that he finds interesting, up and coming, whatever the case may be. There were so many people that thought they would get the Kai Cenat stimulus package, and that's just not the case.
First thing first, if you don't need to be as Cenat Streamer University, stop applying. I just saw apply and make a video. I look at his page, he had 3.5 million! 3.5 million! 3.5 million followers on TikTok. What the f do you need the Streamer University for? Well, I'm sitting over here with 2,355 to be exact.
And this isn't a knock onto this person specifically, but I've been in situations
He's
and places and
pissed.
spaces where upcoming creators have been on.
I think a lot of creators are low-key just asking for a handout though. If I'm being real, a lot of them are moving like they want this for free, like it's given to them. That's why they're getting pissed when other people get in. It's the same as Zoe, to be fair.
Different platforms, and the content is just not there. Now, should there have potentially been some sort of mix between super small creator, medium creator, all this, that, and the third? No, honest, I didn't pick it. So it's not about who I really want to see in the Streamer University or whatever the case may be. It's not relevant to me. Thinking that this was going to be the put on of all put ons, the handout of all handouts, is something that I ultimately do not co-sign. Like, I don't think that this was going to be it. So for that person who streams 2 times a month and thinks that this is going to be the way for them to get out of the hood, as Kai said, listen, you kind of set yourself up for the okie doke and failure. Now, not only did the applications have people getting into a frenzy and a spiral, but when Kai Cenat announced who was going to be the professors and who the ultimate streamers were, whew, I hate to see him. I hate to see him go down like this. People were critical not only of people like Cooking with Kaya or India Love being in the Streamer University professor category, but they were also upset that DDG, who is currently going through some accusations and allegations right now, were in the Streamer University professor pool. But look, if we don't...
It's kind of crazy because the stuff that DDG is going through, right? As of right now, at least, it's strictly allegations. Like just allegations. So technically he hasn't been convicted or nothing. He hasn't done anything illegal. He hasn't done anything morally incorrect. Everything that he's been doing is right. And he's still the same person he was 2 weeks ago when you guys didn't know that she was filing all of those allegations in the court. But now all of a sudden, because someone says something, oh nah bro, you can't have him doing this, you can't have him doing that. What? And everyone's getting pissed at something that they're gonna watch for free. You're not paying for it. You don't pay for your phone. You don't pay for the internet. You don't pay for your rent. You don't pay for nothing. You sit there at home, your parents pay for everything, and you complain about something that you're watching for free. Ridiculous, man.
Don't come into it with a mindset of expectations for how we can benefit and just consume it for the content and what it is. All of this honestly makes sense to me. Why there is so much backlash about these people, you know, the women being professors, I have no clue. Knowing Kai Cenat for this long, he believes that women make the content lit. I agree with him. So I don't understand why people are so upset about this. This is like super unemployed news.
Kai Cenat literally liked all of y'all, and Streamer University is literally meant for big streamers and his friends. I felt like I knew this, like deep down, I was like, there's no way he was gonna invite people that don't know the streamers. He obviously invited people that already are well established, and the reason is because Kai Cenat wants to make more money. He wants to profit off of this opportunity. It's gonna bring a lot of viewers, right? Nobody has heard of a Streamer University, so he's the first one to do it. And guess what? He's gonna invite people that are already well known.
He's the first one to do a lot of things. So every time he does something new, is it him just trying to profit off of it and he doesn't care about anyone else? Can this nigga even breathe? The way he speaks, it sounds like he can't even breathe. It's crazy, bro. Like, honestly, these people just sit and just get on the mic and just talk shit. We need to remove internet access for like half the people on Earth. We need to snap our fingers like Thanos, yeah? But instead of them, we just remove the internet access. I feel like that's way better. Because they get to sit there and have no internet. They're still alive, but they have no internet.
But it kind of sucks for the majority of people because Kai Cenat said it to himself that he's gonna invite people that are starting off or people that are really small, right? That deserves to have spotlight or the chance to become a big streamer. But that is not the case because you see the list, it's all people that he know or it's already people that are very big.
And if you apply for Streamer University, you rigged yourself. I didn't because I already know what was going on.
Yeah, this guy's gay. Just look at the hand movement. You could tell, I'm not hating, but you could just tell when someone's gay immediately. By the way, if Kai filled the whole Streamer University with a bunch of nobodies that haven't made it after years of trying, right? It's most likely they're not entertaining. They're not good streamers. They're not funny. You can't watch them. So if he invited all of them, the whole weekend would be a boring snooze fest. So why would he do that?
People that are very big.
And if you apply for streaming university, you rigged yourself. I didn't because I already know what was going on. Cenat was only looking for people with platforms who were going to build streaming university because he couldn't do it himself. He only accepted people who had over 150,000 followers, and it was barely any white people on that list. I'd like to tell y'all something. When you see a big creator doing something like that, like trying to help you build your platform, no, it's not for your benefit, it's for their benefit.
Barely any white people on that list. So when all of these other organizations, all these orgs and these clans back in the day, everything, when it was all just like full of white people and everything was being run by white people on YouTube, it was just like white people at the top. I don't think anyone complained. I don't remember even thinking about it like that. But now Kai has a bunch of black people on his thing. I know he has K-San, and K-San is white. It's not white like that, but you know what I mean. I don't know. I feel like man should be finding anything to complain about.
The only way you'll get that benefit is if you're doing better than the people that you're competing with. Like, hello, it's y'all fault.
I'm watching Cenat stream, wondering why he got his friends in a streaming university when they already got a platform. They already be on your stream. So if people not watching them by them being on your stream, then why the f they in streaming university?
I think there's this idea about how stimulus packages from other...
That guy just basically proved his own point. He basically said that if they're not watching your friends, even though they're on your stream, then why are they in streamer university? Well, isn't that the whole point of streaming university, is to help people blow up, right? So if they're not watching, even though they're on cash streams, if they're still not watching their streams, then isn't streamer university going to help them? And if you're doing something like this and you're putting your all into it, you would want all of your friends to be a priority. Because I know damn well if you're a little fat ass Section 8 living ass, if I know you, yeah, with your dusty ass hair, your big black ashy head, bro. I know every time you itch your head, dandruff come falling out your earlobe. I know if you started a streaming university, your boys would be in there immediately. Am I right or am I wrong? Come on, bro. You can't. It's like it's the point where you can't talk. Like you can't really talk like that, bro. It don't make sense.
Your stream, then why the f they in streaming university?
I think there's this idea about how stimulus packages from other content creators or cosigns work. And I'm here to debunk that narrative because that's honestly just not the case. Like they don't boost your platform. They don't get you out of the hood. I think over time, like an extended period of time of them continuously being there, they can help the performance of your platform. But then I would ask, do you want to be known as the sidekick of so-and-so? Like the place where I can also get more so-and-so content? See, what a lot of people had in their minds is that Cenat was going to bring them onto their platform. They were going to be a streamer who had, I don't know, 10 live viewers or 3 live viewers or I don't know 50 subs or whatever the case may be. They were going to be there for a weekend. They were going to leave home with either some computer upgrades or camera upgrades. And after he taught them how to use OBS, like he said, or taught them how to transition scenes, taught them how to have a personality or taught them how to make exciting content, that they would then go home with some sort of stimulus package of 10,000 or 20,000 subscribers. You know,
you can't teach someone how to be funny. That doesn't make sense.
But no matter what, at the end of the day, if you are not pushing out your own content, if you are not doing the things necessary to push your name and push yourself up there, no stimulus package is going to help you to the extent that I think a lot of people thought was going to happen. Let's be realistic, for real. Like, be realistic for 2 seconds. Let's say Jimmy Jam won Cenat Streamer University contest.
Bro,
Jimmy
who the
Jam
hell
had
is Jimmy Jam,
subs
bro?
on YouTube, 10 subs on Twitch, and then like 20 live viewers. He goes to Streamer University for a weekend, and he is able to make content the whole time, have his food paid for, housing paid for, all that. When he gets back home on Monday, what happens to Jimmy Jam? He gets showcased to a new audience, but is that audience really sticking and staying for Jimmy Jam, or the moments that Cenat was on the stream? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Cenat and this streaming university got the internet in a headlock, huh? I'm gonna say this. First of all, who copped it, who he wanted up there in his university, that's his business and his prerogative. Y'all acting like...
Why are you screaming? Yo, why every video I watch, there's always one person in the video that just be pissing man off. Why are you screaming? You're at home by yourself in a room filming a TikTok, bro, wearing a cardigan. You are wearing a cardigan. Stop screaming, bro.
Because y'all know him, because of how much work y'all put in, that he was supposed to pick y'all just because of the relationships y'all had with him, or because you feel like you worked harder than other people. Listen, it's who get chose. It's like the NBA draft or the NFL draft. If it ain't worked this time, try again later.
And to be honest with you, there were a ton of small and unknown creators that did get into streaming university. We just don't talk about them because that's not the juicy story. Listen, if you're upset...
120 content creators. So there's 42 popular, and there was 78 unknown / small creators, more or less. Wow. So most of them were unknown. literally most of them were unknown, and man, and be hating. Wow.
And unknown creators that
Shout out
did get
Sam
into
Ham.
Streamer University. We just don't talk about them because that's not the juicy story. Listen, if you're upset because you didn't get in, that's on you, quite frankly. It's not like you had any sort of real relationship with Cenat anyway and have reason to be mad, kind of like Zoe Spencer did this weekend. She was devastated.
It's not about not getting in. And I hope that people don't think I'm some like, oh, this mad because she didn't get in, and it's not that. It's when it feels personal. It's when you want to hurt somebody or you just try. Like, it's different when it's like, it's like handpicked, and it's just so spiteful. That's how I feel. When I saw Zeddy up there, and Zeddy's not a streamer, Zeddy streams with me, and then he just, he streams with people when they call him. That's when I knew, like, damn.
Zoe Spencer has been torn.
Wow. What happened to this big tough girl, this big New York tough girl? I forgot, at the end of the day, she's still a woman, right? Forgot, bro. It doesn't matter how masculine they get. It don't matter how, like, how much they put on a front and they act like they're hard and do all of that. At the end of the day, you're still a woman.
When I saw Zeddy up there, and Zeddy's not a streamer, Zeddy streams with me, and then he just, he streams with people when they call him. That's when I knew, like, damn.
Zoe Spencer has been torn up and down my TL this past weekend because she seemed to be one of the only members of the friend group. I don't even know why. The friend group that got left out of Streamer University. Tylil, Punga, Dez, Zeddy, everyone else from their friend group who we've seen stream over the past couple of years has been included in the Streamer University, but she seemingly got left out. And there's been conversations that we've had on this channel and that others have had about female streamers, their rise, where they can get in, where they fit in, and she just seems to be not only a natural fit, but literally like one of the only options in the WL community to include in the Streamer University. So it seemed a little bit weird and justifiable that she was upset at Cenat for not allowing her into the Streamer University, and people called out Cenat for this exact situation.
Zeddy on there, but not Zoe. How do you have Dez on there, but not Zoe? How do you have Tylil on there, but not Zoe? How do you have DDG on there, but not Zoe? How do you have Deshay?
The hell does Deshay and DDG have to do with Zoe? What? Yo, people just be like, bro, anytime they're unhappy with something, they just throw everybody else under the flipping bus. Every time.
Frost on there, but not Zoe. How do you have Wendy on there, but not Zoe? How do you have Lala on there, but not Zoe? And it's no hate to
everybody she said is more known than Zoe. So she quite possibly just answered her own question. If you really want to go there, she just answered her own
anybody
question.
that I listed. It's just Zoe's been around all these people. She's more popular than some of the people that I named.
Name one. Name one. Name one. Name one. Name one that she was more popular than. I knew about all of them, man, before I even knew Zoe existed. What?
She's more entertaining than pretty much all of those people I just named.
Now, her being more entertaining has nothing to do with the reason that Cenat had given about her doing too much. And I will say this, to me, this one seemed to really resonate with Kai because he announced why she wasn't on the Stream University, like why she wouldn't be a part of it. And to me, it makes a lot of sense.
Read between the lines. No, listen. It started here. September 24th in Atlanta. I ain't never say nothing, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm not holding this against you. I'm not putting it past you because I know who you are as a person. September 24th, Drewski show. I never got to tell you how that made me feel because of who you are and how your humor and like how you are as a person. I dead ass for the first time, and my bad I didn't get to like talk about it with you, but like felt secondhand embarrassed, like felt embarrassed.
Now to add context, the clip in question does give off very much secondhand embarrassment vibes.
I just don't like the fact that your man's is spilling shit on me. You got spilling shit on me. You not protecting me. You're not doing shit, bro.
He spilled it on you?
He's spilling on me. You're not doing nothing.
I just came.
Yo, that's real shit, bro. You didn't even pull up with nothing. You a bum ass.
Hey, don't talk about dog.
You nigga.
I literally just got here.
Talking about. Who? Who you? Did you call me?
But I don't know if the clip's out of context, but it just kind of seems like she's making a big scene out of nothing. I don't know. It's like she's the type of girl to like, I don't know her personally, so I can't really speak on her. But from my perspective, from my POV, which doesn't matter to anybody else on this earth, by the way, it's literally just my POV. I feel like she's just begging it now. Like actually just begging it, and she can't pick a side. She can't pick whether she wants to be masculine or feminine. Someone gets her a towel, she's saying, thank you, he's a real blah, blah, blah. Then the next second she's over there trying to bang my man in the jaw. What do you want to be? Are you a boy or are you a girl? How are you trying to act? I'm confused, bro. I am confused. I don't know.
It was a prank on some Twitch.
Bro, cause you be wilding on me,
You
bro.
call me a nigga?
Bro, y'all are aggressive.
No, Ben, you, Ben. You. I'm embarrassed you. You calling me a front of all these motherfuckers.
Like, all right, like, okay, you do it, and then she's talking about I'm embarrassed you, squaring up.
I don't give a if it's quiet. I don't even see nobody. You calling me a what you talking about? Call me a in front of all these motherfuckers.
Zoe, relax.
Yeah.
Everybody's watching.
Look, there's such thing as a joke dragging on for way too long, and I think that that's a problem in this content creation, clip farming, streamer era, is that sometimes the joke just drags on a little bit too much. This is also around the time where the infamous video of Zoe Spencer biting Duke Dennis came out as well. Yeah, I don't,
Do you get what I'm saying? 1 second she's a woman, she's crying, right? That's normal woman things to do, crying. That's normal. You just bringing your emotions out. That's perfectly fine. But you can't go bite his hand and start squaring up to man and then start biting people and then start crying the next second. You can't do that, bro. That doesn't make sense.
Infamous video of Zoe Spencer biting Duke Dennis came out as well. Yeah, I don't necessarily blame Kai. I don't know. She also said some extremely weird conversations and comments, you know, that had to do with Kai Cenat being in a relationship and being weird.
When I see like this,
Yeah, y'all ain't never gonna see me with Kai again, boy. And it ain't on no beef shit, it ain't on no funny shit. Y'all just ain't, I'm not even saying nothing wrong. He's in a relationship. It's okay. That's why I'm saying y'all ain't never gonna see me again.
what's wrong with that is, why would you automatically assume that you would never be on my stream again because of me being in a relationship? It makes no sense.
Look, I don't know about y'all, but it's certain women that my girl don't like around, and I'm gonna respect it just off of the respect of her. If that means that you can't be there, then that means you can't be there. But this goes back to everything that I've said.
Oh yeah, that's also true. If you're in a relationship, I'm not saying to just let your woman walk all over you. But if you're in a relationship, like you're in Kai's position and your girl says, yo, I don't like that girl, you're not gonna invite her over to your flipping castle for the weekend. That doesn't make sense. You're not going to invite her. But I mean, she didn't know that, so maybe that's why she was crying.
Said about who you are and the identity that you have as a content creator and how that can follow you for the rest of your life. People don't think about those things. And so when you go out of your way to make a certain type of content, make certain types of claims, you know, people are watching those things. Those things will circle back to these people. And so when you miss out on certain opportunities, you can't do nothing but either blame yourself and, you know, trash these people, or take it on the chin and move on and continue to be great. At the end of the day, though, with all the drama surrounding this seemingly harmless, you know, new idea for getting streamers together in a place based off of something that Kai Cenat really likes and loves, I think that it's one of the greatest things in the world. I think this is just another opportunity for him to showcase people that he likes, people who will be ultimately next up on Twitch, and bring new eyes to people who ultimately deserve a level of respect or, you know, fame that they are just not getting right now. To those that are upset by not getting into Streamer University, take a look inward and why you didn't get there. Now, it's something to do with just not being a friend of Kai Cenat, but there are smaller streamers on there who...
My bad, I didn't realize he was just talking this whole time. I thought there was more clips. Yeah, anyway, I just don't understand.
It's when it feels personal.
How it gets to this. I don't get how it goes from this.
Fuck, I don't even see nobody. You calling me a bitch.
It's when it feels personal. It's
like, bro.
It's when it feels personal.
How do you go from that to that? I don't understand. I think people would have rated her more and not have gotten as vexed if she wasn't crying, because she puts on such a masculine, like, personality of herself, like outlook on herself. She has that whole masculine little aura about her, to the point where when you see this, you're like, well, you literally, like, I'm not gonna lie, you forget, wow, she's just a woman at the end of the day. Damn, bro. I mean, women have feelings, bro. I hear it.